If your adult child needs a safe space to avoid offensive words, you failed as a fucking parent. If anything in my seminar offends you, blame your parents for raising a pussy.
All right, what's going on there, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to clone a hard drive and get off your old mechanical stuff. These older laptops can be really good if you know what you're doing. This is a Sony Vaio PGL and something. Anyways, it's got really good internals. It has an AMD Radeon HD 7400M and an Intel HD 3000. So it has dual graphics cards. It runs an i5 processor, 8th gen i5 dual core 2.5 processor. And unfortunately, the holdback of this machine is that it still has a crappy old mechanical hard drive. So I have about 6 computers to do today. All these are hard drives, SSD drives. We're going to be going from mechanical to SSD, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to actually do and what you need to clone your hard drive. First, you're going to need one of these. Without this, it's going to be very difficult to clone your drive. This is a Sata 2.5 USB drive, and what happens is your hard drive, this is a mechanical, this is the type we're going to be pulling out and switching out into an SSD, but this just slides in here like that once you get it in here, and then you slide it down and you push it on and it clips into place. So you do that and then you plug it into the computer, and that's how it's able to read this drive so that we can make a clone of what's already in here. Once you're done cloning it, then all you have to do is take the bottom off this, take the hard drive that you created, that you migrated all the information over to, and just swap them out and restart the computer, and now you're running a solid state drive. But we have a little work ahead of us, so let's actually get this started up. I've already prepped this computer for what we're going to be doing, so hopefully it just starts up, but you'll get an idea of how slow it is. I've also converted this computer over to Windows Tiny 11, so you will have a very good idea of how slow this machine is right now on mechanical, because it shouldn't be slow. It should inevitably be a fairly good, fast computer. But on Tiny 11, which is a stripped-down version of Windows 11, it should be pretty fast. And unfortunately, the mechanical hard drive that came in this is just ungodly slow. It doesn't spin at a reasonable RPM, and so it just can't handle a lot of the things that you're going to be doing. You want a fast computer. If this was SSD, this pretty much would have already booted. It would have been ready. We're still waiting on the Windows 11 boot screen to pop up. So this is just an idea of how slow mechanical is versus SSD. When we're done, you're going to be like, holy cow, this thing is a rocket ship. So, I mean, I'm still waiting. It's spinning. I can feel the hard drive spinning right now. I can feel it right here. I feel it underneath the case, just spinning away, spinning, trying to calculate information. With a solid state drive, you don't have to worry about that. So I ordered 6 120 giggers just to get somebody started. If they want to upgrade later on, they can do the same process, migrate it over, buy a bigger hard drive, whatever. I just prep these for sale, make them reasonably fast again, and then we go from there. So let's see how long this thing actually takes to boot up. Please wait. All right. Wow, we're still waiting. Crazy. All right, so this is a solid state drive. It is very lightweight, and it doesn't require mechanical moving parts to operate, which makes it very fast because it runs on normally NAND flash memory. So it is a very thin and small little hard drive. Now, it just now reached the boot up screen. Let's see how long it takes to actually allow me to put a password in here. So let's click again. All right, I'm still waiting on the password screen to pop up. I guess we'll get that at some later date. All right, we have a password screen. I'm going to hit enter. Let's see how long it takes to actually pull up Windows here. So like I said, the moment we switch out to this after we do it, you can see the size difference. It's thinner. It's reasonably thinner. It doesn't have this top plate on here. And it's barely weighs anything. This is a heavy brick. This barely weighs anything. So, but this one is, I want to say 750 gigs. Yeah, this one's 750 gigs. And this is 120 gigs, SATA 3, 6 gigabyte write speed. This is pretty quick. We're still waiting on this computer to boot up. Isn't this crazy? That's how slow mechanical is versus SSD stuff. So today we're going to revamp these computers because the rest of the internals on this computer are still great. They're great. We just need to get it off of this old mechanical hard drive and put it on a solid state, and we will really exponentially speed up this machine. So while we're waiting for this computer to boot up, I'm going to slide this drive in here so you guys can see how this works. So all we do is just push, and that's it. It slides into its place. And you can put the top on if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not going to because I have 6 computers to do, so there's no reason for me to put the top on. All right, so we're just now getting to the point where this is booting up Windows. Tiny 11, it is a stripped down version of Windows 11. We still don't have a start menu or anything down here. That is how slow this machine is. With all these amazing internals, the holdback of this machine is the actual hard drive itself. It is just working so slowly. So if you guys can see this over here in the corner, this is software called Disk Genius, and this is what you're going to need to download to your computer. So you're going to go on Google Chrome and you're going to type Disk Genius. You're going to find a website that offers it. You're going to download it to the computer, and then you're ready to start your cloning process on your system. So we're going to take, and this is going to take a while, guys. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not. This is going to take a while. We still don't even have a start menu. Let's see if it's hidden. If I click, will that bring it up? Nope. Okay. We just have a very slow loading start menu. Let's see how the processor is doing. I'm going to pull up Task Manager, and we're going to see what's being chewed up here. What is moving exponentially at a slow rate. This will give us a great idea. Let's see how long it takes to pull up Task Manager so we can start observing what is going on with this PC and why it's so slow. I'm going to bet that the hard disk is 100% maxed out on this thing. It's just, it is probably moving at a very, very slow pace. It's still pulling up Task Manager. All right, so now we have a start menu. Now we have Task Manager. Let's see what's going on here. Let's pull this out. All right. It still hasn't updated what's going on with Task Manager. We're still waiting for the information to dump. It still hasn't loaded this. It's just stalled. There we go. Look at 100% of the hard drive is being used. It is crushing the hard drive right now. You can see it's at 100%. The CPU is at 39. It's trying to run all these core processes, but it's having to make up for things by using the randomized memory, which is problematic in itself because the hard disk is just being chewed. So it's killing our memory off too, trying to make up for whatever the hard drive has going on. The fan just turned on. This is just trying to load a de-bloated version of Windows Tiny 11. So the major fallback of this, because I've upgraded the RAM, the fallback of this computer is 100% this right here. It is 100% the hard drive. It is still maxed out. These two have both dropped, and this is still sitting at 100%. So that just goes to show you that this mechanical hard drive can't keep up with the hardware performance that's on this machine anymore once we upgraded it to Tiny 11, which is a stripped down version of regular Windows 11. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this in. Now that I've put my solid state drive in here, we're going to plug this in. Going to come over here. We're just going to plug this into a USB port. You've got your Disk Genius installed on the computer, right? So you're ready to go. You got Disk Genius going. You're ready to make a copy of your hard drive to make this machine faster. So we're going to go ahead and open up Disk Genius. Now this computer's had a chance to load some stuff. I've clicked on it. This is how long it's taking to pull up Disk Genius. I guess we're going to play the waiting game some more here. It's still trying to read the drive. It just made the second bleep for the drive. So let's pull this up. Yes, I want this to make changes. Yes. We're going to do a hot migration. That means that I'm going to not use any other, I won't touch this computer until it's done doing what it needs to do. So we're going to do a hot migration of information over, okay? So you can see that this is blinking blue. It's saying, okay, we're communicating. I know there's a drive here now. So, all right. Show. We're going to wait for this to finish loading. I think it's in Tools. Let's see here. Tools. We're going to clone System Migration right here. So I'm going to go to System Migration if you guys can see that. I'm going to click on that. It's saying, oh, you have this Best Buy adapter hooked up to 119 gigs. So we know that it's talking about this, okay? Is this the correct drive that you want to do? Yes, it is. It 100% is. So we're going to click on that. Okay. And then it's going to pull up this system migration settings. It's going to ask us if we want to do a hot migration or not. So it's saying we're going to take this copy that we have over here, this 451 gigabyte drive, and we're going to put that over here. Okay. It's telling me I have enough space. It's telling me the correct partition size, right? And so we're going to hit start, because all this is correct. I'm not going to mess with this. So the source disk is local disk C, okay? And the target disk, which is interesting. Hold on a sec. Let me check something. I wonder why this is popping up as an extra C drive. I just want to, for my own cognizance here, I want to check something. Let me pull this up. This might take a minute, guys. Sorry. Oh, no, it's reading it. Okay. All right, we're good. I don't need to do that. We can just hit start. All right, warning, all files on this disk. Yep, okay. We're going to do a hot migration. Hot migration. And then we're going to leave this alone until it's done. This is going to take a while. All right. Creating snapshot. So it's going to create a whole snapshot of the entire computer and what it's got going on right now. And then it's going to create the disk. So this is it. You just sit here and wait until this is done. This could take hours because the mechanical hard drive on this is so slow. You may have to leave this machine for hours unattended. Okay? Just be aware of that. So I'm back. I just want to give you guys a time estimate that it's giving me. It's about 38 minutes it thinks it'll be done with the information. So we're just going to let it run its course for the next 38 minutes and see where we end up here. It is copying everything over. You can see that the drive is spinning and working and doing things. So it keeps flashing. That lets me know it's writing stuff to it right now, which is a positive, and this is still on track for how it should be doing things. So like I said, just let this go until it's done. It's telling you that it has a ton of information. It's moving at 660 megabits per minute. That's what the software is allowing it to do. So the less stuff you have on your computer, the faster this is going to transfer. If you have gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs of data, this will take hours, maybe even a full day to make a complete system migration. Just be aware of that. So yeah, these systems have already been stripped. There's really nothing on them, so this should go really, really fast. So, alrighty guys, this is on the final stages, it looks like. Not much left going on here. And then we're going to turn this off. We're going to flip it over. And we are going to install the hard drive after this. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So, I've never done one on a Veo before, but it should be fairly simple. So, there we go. The system migration is complete. We are going to do a complete shutdown of this computer now. Turn this off. It's moving so slow. Oh my gosh, the difference of how this is going to boot up is crazy. I don't even know why it's opening a Google page. I didn't tell it to, so there's that. But that's the Disk Genius. That's where you're going to get that from. So, press the start button. We're going to power this off. Let's see, we're just going to do a shutdown. No updates. Those updates can go into effect when we restart the computer. So, let's just do a shutdown. Hopefully it doesn't decide to do an update here. I just want it to completely shut down. We're going to unplug it. I'm going to put this down so that we can work on top of it. I'm going to wait for that light to go off, and then we're going to flip this over. We're going to remove the hard drive once it's done. So, wait for that to turn completely off. This thing's taking forever to shut down. I'm telling you, man, mechanical hard drives are just the slowest things on the planet. Crazy that we ever thought this was like good tech. There we go. Seems to have done its thing. I'm going to unplug this now. We're going to remove this hard drive from here. Like so. We're going to get this out of the way. We're going to close this, unplug it, flip this over like that, my little workstation. And we're going to go ahead and pull these two screws off right here. Like so. Like that and like that. We're going to set those two screws aside. I'm going to pull this plate off of here. And we're going to pop this off of there. Let's see here. Looks like this is holding it in place. Number of screws here to work with. You guys can see that. There we go. All right. Put some of these screws back in here now. This is always fun because I don't have a magnetic screwdriver. I don't know what happened to my other one. It frustrates me. I had a really nice little magnetic screwdriver for this stuff. So I don't anymore. That is the problem. I don't anymore. And if you were wondering, this computer did not come with that RAM. That was an upgrade that I made because it had internal onboard RAM, and it just wasn't enough. So I added some more. There we go. One more up here, and then we got to put in those two long ones. So let's get our long ones ready here. To be honest, I'm not sure I needed to remove this. I probably could have left this alone. I don't think it was necessary to remove that, but I did. It shouldn't have hurt anything. Shouldn't have affected anything. All right, so all that's good to go. This is all installed. Everything's in place. The old drive's out. Let's go ahead and slap the back on it here. Now we know we have our upgrade of RAM. We have an upgraded operating system, and we have an upgraded hard drive. Now we're going to reboot this for the first time. And the first boot up might be a little slower, especially if it tries to push those updates. I hope it doesn't. I hope it just starts up without trying to do the updates. It didn't install them, so I don't think it will force that on us, but we'll see. We shall see, huh? But this is going to be drastically a new machine here. So let's start this one up for the first time with the new hard drive. Make sure everything's working good. We still have the old hard drive in case there is any problems. Let's go ahead and power this guy on and see what happens. Let's see if we blow up the whole computer. Well, that boot up screen was gone in a flash, huh? It didn't even stick around. That boot up screen was crazy how fast that disappeared. Oh, look, this is almost ready to boot up. Isn't that wild how fast that is? Look at how responsive this computer is now. Isn't that crazy? Let's see how long it takes to pull up Windows for the first time. Now, this is the first startup too. It's still the computer start calculating things. This is already here. All this is ready to go. This computer's ready to go. Just remember how long it took on mechanical to do that. Now that it's got upgraded RAM, upgraded operating systems on Windows 10, and it has the solid state fast hard drive in it, this thing's ready to go. It's a completely different computer now. 100% completely different computer. Wild, huh? I hope that helped you guys out. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, show me a little love, and remember, it's cheap, guys. That hard drive I just installed in there was literally $9. It was $9 to make my computer fat. Well, that, and you have to buy the $3 SSD USB, cable. But yeah, it was like 12 bucks altogether to upgrade this computer and make it faster. Literally, that's what it costs to do this. This computer is extremely snappy now. I know it's not going to have any problems. Anything pretty much just basically opens almost instantly now when you need it to. That is just the difference between SSD and mechanical. This computer is not even thinking anymore. It's just done. It's done with all of its processes. Look at Task Manager just pulled up like that. It's not even having to think anymore, like at all. Look at the hard drive space. 2%, 11%, 38% of the memory. 3%, 1% of the hard drive. It's not even pushing this hard drive hard at all. The other one was completely maxed out, couldn't handle what was happening. This one, flawlessly. It is making this computer an absolute rocket ship in comparison. So, there you go. Smash the like button, subscribe, show me a little bit of love, and I will catch you guys on the flip. Toodles.